Hello everyone, it's Dave from Dave's Recent Things. Today we're going to be making this double ribbon bow using 1.5 inch wired ribbon. Look at the tails on these, aren't they beautiful? Let's get started and I'll show you how I made it. I am going to be using 1.5 inch wired ribbon, and I have two colors here. I have a gold color and kind of like a tealy green color. And I'm going to use my ruler today, and I'm going to stack the ribbons on top of each other, and my center point is going to be about the 7 inch mark. So that's going to be my center point, and I have an overlap that goes down to the 6 inch mark of about 1 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure over 4 inches, place my finger down, and then bring my ribbon all the way across. And again, I find my midpoint, which is the 7 inches. I come over the 4, I put my finger down, and then I'm going to bring that ribbon right over again. So our first couple of loops are at the 4 inch mark. And again, I find that center point at the 7 inches. And this time I'm going to go over about an inch further, which is about the width of my finger, hold that down, and then I'm going to bring both ribbons over again. So now we're doing a 1 inch larger loop on each side. So I just repeat that on the other side, and I just bring those ribbons over again. And you can kind of see I always go back to my center point, which is that 7 inches, just to make sure I have everything even. All my loops are going to be even. And here we go. One more time, we're going to go over, and this time 1 inch, which is my finger width. And then I'm going to bring that ribbon over again. And I just repeat that same process over and over again on each side, adding about an inch on each side as I go. And in total, I have 4 sets of loops on each side when I'm done with this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over for my last one, and I'm going to go an inch less than the biggest one that I have, just to create another couple of loops to fill in the space. So again, I'm just using my fingers as a guide, bringing those ribbons over and over again. And I find that 7 inch mark, which is my center point. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on each side. I'm going to be happy with that because it's double ribbon, don't forget. And now I'm just going to cut it about an inch from the center. I'm going to fold it over, making sure I have everything nice and even. And once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to grab a pipe cleaner. You can also use floral wire if you want. If you don't have a pipe cleaner handy, that's totally okay. You just need something that's going to tie it all together. I just like the pipe cleaners because then you can attach it to the wreath using the pipe cleaner. Or, if you want to attach it to a present, that's totally cool as well. I'm going to give it a couple of good twists there, and I'm just going to leave it for now. Now what I want to do for this wreath is I want to create really long tails. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure them out just so you have an idea of how long I'm going to make these tails. So they're 2 times 17 is 34 inches. Those are going to be my first set of tails. So I'm going to cut it at that point, and then that's going to create 2 small tails as well. And now I want longer tails. So this time around, I'm going to do 3 sets of 17 inches, which is a total of 51 inches. So again, I have the 2 at 34 inches, and then I have another 2 at 51 inches, and I'm just going to cut those at that mark as well. And I'm almost using up the entire roll of both of my ribbon. I'm going to show you, I do have some left. So, I could create another ribbon if I wanted to, a smaller one, but that's how much ribbon I do have left on the roll. Normally when I make ribbons, I get a lot of questions of how much ribbon did you use? I don't normally measure my ribbon, so I thought today would be kind of a good idea to show you how I make them and how long they are. And I'm just going to dovetail the ends of my ribbons just to clean up the edges. And all you're going to do is just line it up, fold them in half, and then angle your scissors and cut. And that's going to create those beautiful dovetails. So now I have dovetails on all 4 of my tails. I'm going to find my center point. I'm going to squish it together and bend it. And then that's going to go onto the backside of our bow. And these are the smaller ribbons. And now for my longer ribbons, I'm going to find that center point again. I'm going to squish the center together. Then I'm going to bend it down. And then once I have everything in place, I am going to place this again inside those pipe cleaners and attach it to the back of that bow. And give it a couple of good twists there. Make sure everything's nice and secure. You don't need a lot of twists, just 2 or 3. And for the center point, I wanted to cover up that pipe cleaner. So we have an extra excess 1 inch of ribbon there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to place a little bit of hot glue down there. And I'm going to fold over one of the ribbons, almost like a hem, really. You know how you hem a skirt or you hem a top or something like that? I'm just going to create just a little coverage of that pipe cleaner that can be seen. So you're not going to see it at all. And I'm going to do the same thing with my second ribbon. I'm just going to fold it over, creating a little bit of a hem. And then I'm going to fold that over into the glue. And that's going to cover up my pipe cleaner. Normally when you do a ribbon, or a bow, you can fluff up the bow such that you don't see the pipe cleaner. But for this one, because the pipe cleaner was like this green color, I really wanted to cover it up. So now all you do is separate your ribbons, fluff up your bow, and look how this is turning out. I love these 2 colors together. Now, if you're curious, these ribbons were actually purchased at Michael's. I didn't say that right at the beginning, but there you go. We have our beautiful ribbon with our hugely long tails. I just love the length of the tails on these ribbons. I just love how this bow turned out, and I hope you did as well. So next time on my channel, I'm going to show you this wreath and how I decorated it using this bow. So why don't you just hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video, so you can check out this bow on this beautiful wreath. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun making this bow. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.